Muda, the youth-based party formed by former Youth and Sports Minister Syed Saddiq Syed Abdul Rahman, was officially registered with the Registrar of Societies last December and made its debut in the Johor elections in March. According to party Vice President Lim Wei Jiet, Muda still needs to work on engaging voters on the ground to gain their trust. Lim contested for the Tenang seat but lost to Barisan Nasional incumbent Haslinda Saleh. Muda lost in 5 other seats, namely Lakin, Bukit Kepong, Parit Raja, Machap and Bukit Permai, but won in Puteri Wangsa.
So in the beginning, it seemed like adding youth voters to the electoral roll would have boosted Muda's chances in the Johor polls. But what we saw is that that didn't materialize. What do you think went wrong? And second, what do you think Muda must do now to win the support of youth voters?
It is important to be able to sit down with them, talk to them, engage in activities with them like playing football or badminton, to just get to know them better and for them to trust you that you are someone who is trying to fight for them and not someone who only comes down, fires once and trying to exploit their votes. If you look at urban and semi-urban areas like Puteri Wangsa and you look at the results of the saluran that has the youth voters, they are with Muda. But of course, that depends on the areas. Maybe in the more rural constituencies, the youth vote, Muda has to compete very heavily between Barisan Nasional and Perikatan Nasional. So it really depends on the constituency involved. But of course, if you zoom out and you look at the bigger picture in Johor, there is intense competition between Muda, Barisan Nasional and Perikatan Nasional. Of course, when I mention Muda, it's together with Pakatan Harapan.
Like recently in the Johor polls, we saw that the turnout was maybe, I think, election commissions was
50+%,
50+%, less than 60%. So, what are your observations on like the youth voters? Are they coming out to vote?
When I was in Tenang, like almost every Chinese household, for example, had a son or a daughter who was working in Singapore who could not come back to vote for Johor but came back to vote in the 14 GE in 2018. So voter turnout is also affected by that. Of course, also political apathy, after the Sheraton move, many people felt that it was worthless to come out to vote because, people can just hop here and there.
He said based on his encounters with people in Johor, many youths didn't know about the automatic voter registration under the Undi 18 initiative.
They don't know that there's already automatic voter registration that's been passed by Parliament. And of course, Johor is the first election that those who have been in the automatic voter registration can vote.
Yeah.
But that is why people are not aware of it. Hopefully after the Johor elections, in time in the 15th general elections, more people will know that you actually don't need to register now. You can vote. It is a big problem. Many people really did not know that they could vote. So we shouldn't assume that people even know that basic fact.
He said it was important for young people to be educated on the importance of voting and that this could be taught early in secondary schools.
We want voters at the end of the day to be informed at the very least on what policies or manifestos each party stand for, and then to make their choice accordingly. We don't want a voter who is blindly led or fed the wrong information and does not have the ability to question